Welcome back, everyone, to The Day with Trae. I'm your host, Trae Holiday. Joining me right now for the first time in the Black Media Matters studios is someone who is behind the scenes with all the phenomenal marketing and communication y'all have been seeing coming out of Africatown Community Land Trust. We got Kennesha in the building. Hi, Kennesha.
Hello.
How are you?
Good. How are you, Trae?
It's so good to have you on.
Thank you. I am honored to be here.
Yeah, well, this is exciting because when we think about the state of Africatown, this is now celebrating what, the 10th year?
This is actually the 11th year.
11th year, and this is something that people have been really looking forward to every year. Tell us a little bit of the background of State of Africatown for some of those who may not know.
Absolutely. So State of Africatown started back in 2013. It began as a listening session, and it was founded by the Honorable Don Mason, K.Y. King Garrett, who happens to be our founder and CEO, and also Miss Evelyn Allen. And so every year it was created as a listening session for elected officials and public officials to come and gain an opportunity to hear about what's happening in the community. And so I would just offer this idea now. You know, we've had 10 years of this amazing opportunity to hear from community and businesses and organizations, and offer that as a listening space. But more than listening, I think it's an opportunity to engage and then to re-engage now with the opportunity to build upon what's been set over the past 10 years.
Yeah, I think that there's, you know, I'm so honored. I've been able to like MC it for the last few years.
You're amazing. It's like the best part. Like don't come to listen, come to listen to Trae.
Well, I love it because every time I'm so blown away at the work that our organizations and our institutions and entities are out here doing. Yeah. And for me, it's been such a front row seat to all of the great work that's happening in community that sometimes if you're not really there doing the work, you don't really know all the stuff that they've even accomplished over 1 year. So I'm always looking forward to hearing how folks have been making an impact, continuing to grow, being sustainable, right? Whatever they've done to be sustainable is so key. But I think for me, there's always this level, y'all know, of inspiration that I get to walk away with. What are some of the things you're excited about this year?
Yeah, so this year, the biggest thing for me, so just a little bit of background, I am not originally from Seattle. I grew up in Alabama where I was raised in Black community, came here, and as many folks who come here from other parts of the country, I was looking for Black community. And over the past year, I've been working for ACLT, and what has been so transformative for me as communications and marketing manager, but just not only as communications and marketing manager, but as someone who is Black, who lives in Seattle, finding that connection to community in that space, specifically at State of Africatown. I think it's this unique opportunity that again, speaking from someone who is a transplant to the area, if you are looking for ways to engage with community, if you are looking for ways to connect individually as a business owner, as someone who is part of community, this is the space to come to do that. Because we have areas of education, we have areas of business and obviously, policy and all those things. This is the place where all those things, quote unquote, converge. And you're able to connect in a way that I don't see that happening in many other spaces in this state, in this county, and in the city.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. And I think too that you said converge, and that's what I was thinking too, because you get a bit of everything.
You do.
And the one thing that I also will say too is that over the years, the State of Africatown has shown different entities, right? Different, and White King and I were talking, it's like, man, there's so much to showcase that it's great that we've been able to showcase all these different ones. But even for those who have presented in years past, they come just to see what's going on. So if you're not plugged in, this is the way to get plugged in with so many different organizations in one building that are doing the work on the ground. And that's one of the things that I think is so key to what the State of Africatown offers, is that where else do we get to really spotlight and highlight these works over the year and have one event that really focuses on elevating that, but also celebrating that.
Absolutely.
Which I think is so key. Here on The Day with Trae, we work to have, amazing guests like yourselves who can give some purview as to what's going on in our community. But State of Africatown brings it all together in one celebration. Again, of course, we got some of these details. You got to give us the details so folks know how to tap in.
Yeah, so This year we have the Elder of Distinction this year, which is a pretty significant honoree. We have Chief Claude Harris, who's being honored this year, and he is the, if those who don't know, he was the first chief fire, what's the word, now I'm getting all tied up, but he was the first firefighter chief for the city of Seattle. And so that's really significant. I think he's 92, 95 years of age and still driving, by the way. Wow. We offered to escort him and bring him into the space, and he said, no, I'll drive myself. So if that lets you know, he is the honoree this year. And then we have Council Member Gamay, we have Council Member Joy. They will also be speaking as representatives of the city and of the state. And so it's just a beautiful opportunity there. And if you're looking to engage, if you want to find ways to connect to the event, you can go to africatownlandtrust.org and reserve your tickets there. I will say space is limited. If you've been to Langston, you know it's not a very large space, so we have limited space. Sign up today, reserve your spots.
That's right, because it's packed every year.
It is packed every year.
Even after COVID, during the COVID years, we went virtual, and that was phenomenal. We had a whole virtual event that was produced. It was amazing. And then as soon as we got back to Langston, it was packed again.
Yes.
So this is one that community runs to. I'm also excited because the Office of Equity will be present.
Yes.
So, you know, Director Megan Matthews will be there, and I get to work with her. And so I'm so glad that this is an opportunity for her to also hear what's going on in community and for us to make those close ties between city, county, and state, because there's so much great work happening. Kennesha, thank you for the work you're doing over there, because we are getting informed of all the great work that ACLT is doing, because you got that marketing on lock. Thank you again for joining me today. Come anytime.
I will.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Y'all, we're going to continue this amazing discussion, because up next we got the co-board chair right in the building. We call her Auntie Jackie. Y'all know she's been here before. For those who don't know, you gonna learn. Y'all don't want to miss this. Stay tuned right after this short break. You're watching The Day with Trae.